Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and Blizzard just set a world record for the speed at nerfing new cards from a new expansion in a card game, because in Hearthstone Ashes of Outland, Demon Hunter got nerfed within 48 hours of the set release, and it was hit hard. 4 Demon Hunter cards were hit. So, first of all, Blizzard hit the healing of Demon Hunter, Eldrazi Warblades, which had been very good. Equip the Warblades, get some damage buffs on, just face tank everything. Cool. They lost 1 durability, so it's now a 2-2 weapon instead of a 2-3 weapon. And then I-Beam from Outcast, this costs 0, to Outcast, this costs 1. And this is actually a really awkward effect for Demon Hunter, because if you draw I-Beam with your Skull of Gul'dan, and it discounts the I-Beam by 3, so I-Beam would cost 0, then if it's in the Outcast position, it will instead cost 1 and not 0. So these changes mean that I-Beam is still a healing card, it's still a good card, but it doesn't have as much tempo anymore, because you can't just weave it into your turn for free. Eldrazi Warblade still has some healing potential, but now only 2 swings instead of 3, so it's less easy to hold on to that one swing and just get a ton of healing with it. So obviously when the healing of a class is hit, that means that slower strategies are hit, which should in theory mean that aggressive Demon Hunter strategies would become more pronounced now after this nerf. And that is something that we are actually seeing on ladder right now. But these were not all the nerfs. Imprisoned Antean was nerfed from 5 mana to 6 mana, so now you play it on 6 and it wakes up on 8. That's big difference from playing it on 5 and it waking up on 7 for your Priestess of Fury turn. Yeah, that's a big deal. And then Skull of Gul'dan from 5 mana to 6 mana. Don't get me wrong, Skull of Gul'dan is still good. It was just totally insane at the start with its original cost. And now instead of being totally insane, it's just a good card you still put in every Demon Hunter deck. But Demon Hunter's tempo, speed, healing capabilities all were hit, so Demon Hunter is now more susceptible to being out-aggroed, and it's also slower to hit control decks hard, and it has less tools to go for a very long game, sort of combo-ish playstyle. What this means for Demon Hunter decks is that we're going to see more clear separation between the different Demon Hunter archetypes, because previously the Demon Hunter aggro decks were all running Priestess of Fury, because Priestess of Fury is a pretty good card. But now that might start to be a bit slow because you don't want to run the Antean in a pure aggro deck anymore. So then you don't want to run the Fel Screamer, maybe you don't want to run the Priestess of Fury. And on the other hand, if we build a mid-range Demon Hunter, then we probably want to include the Antean and the Fury and the Fel Screamer, because then the Fel Screamer will still enable you to play the Antean earlier as well. Whereas previously Fel Screamer was mostly used for the Priestess and not really for the Antean. But because some of the healing capabilities have been lost, then it becomes much more attractive to play aggro. And then when you play aggro Demon Hunter, Altruist the Outcast becomes the new star of the deck. It was already a great card and now it just starts to define the whole deck. And then you're looking for some way to have that final reach. You still have Kayn, you still have Metamorphosis of course, but if you start to ditch Priestess, because you don't want to put the Antean in anymore and you don't want to just lose to a Sacrificial Pact if Priestess is your top end, then you're starting to look into Warglaives of Azynoth as your curve topper, or Skull of Gul'dan is your curve topper I guess, but Warglaives of Azynoth as the second most expensive card in the list, which then just allows you to push through taunts and go to face. So the combo version of Demon Hunter loses a lot, Highlander and mid-range versions of Demon Hunter lose less, but the most powerful version of Demon Hunter was already the most aggressive version, and the most aggressive version is now going to become even more aggressive. It's going to ditch all this big demon stuff and just focus more on going face. The early statistics show that Demon Hunter has been brought in line with other classes, and that this sort of very aggressive style looks still very promising. I'll keep you updated on some good Demon Hunter lists in the coming days.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.